everyone, and welcome to Unknown Developer, the next episode of Unknown Developer, episode 4. So we've looked at the first 4 games, I believe, and today we're going to look at Moon Omen as our first game. We may get through it because there's not a whole lot, but there is a bit, so we'll see what happens. Sorry, I'm fixing up my headset because it's very annoying me. Very annoying me? Yes, it is. This is Moon Omen. As per usual of these, I'm going to start off with someone else's playthrough, because the Unknown Developer games don't like to record. Hopefully I'll be getting a new computer at some point, so maybe I can get a better, recording software. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's fine. But we're going to watch this playthrough. It goes for about 2 minutes, so we'll just get right into it.
It just says Moon Omen over
and I'll turn it up so that we can hear it.
Press S to start and
I'm going to just turn it down so I don't die
hit D.
at the loudness of it, and I'm going to turn up my headphones so I can actually hear it. So as you can hear, there's someone saying a word in the background. Sounds like muzzle, a woman's voice saying muzzle, possibly a man's voice, but generally the consensus is it's a woman's voice saying muzzle. As you play, you click Y or N to agree to disagree to the statements up the top. So in this case, you're constantly afraid of dying, yes or no. If you press no, it takes you back to nobody cares about you, the first one. If you click Y, it takes you through, and it progressively gets darker, and the moon gets brighter, and generally gets a bit spookier. So if you click N, it takes you back, and if you click Y, it takes you through. When you get to the end, you get a cross. Now these people already have a cross despite not going through because they actually clicked D at the start. They clicked for death, because at the start you've got S to start, D to die, or Q to quit. So again, it's all keyboard control. If you press D to die, you go to death, and you get a cross straight away because you've hit the end, because death is the last thing. And then you just go through. So every time you loop through, you'll get a cross. Other than if you press D at the start, it gives you an instant cross. So each cross represents death, essentially.
You know what comes next?
And as they feel, death. So you hit death, you can't agree to death, you just have to disagree, and it takes you back to the start. Now they got 2 crosses because they died again. So every time you die, you get a cross on the moon. And now they're just looping through because that's all there is to the game, essentially. So as you can see, it's a picture of what seems to be a forest in the moon, so it could be the forest from Don't Play This Game, because that was a foresty image.
Okay, how many crosses do you have right now? 10?
But essentially, you have to get to... The consensus is 14 crosses on the wiki that we have, but these guys get to 18. Now, there was lots of debate between, I got 18, I got 14, I think there was a 19 someone said, I think someone said 13. These might just be miscounts. Oh, spooky! Those are some spook jump scares. So when you hit 14 or 18, you get 5 images flash on the screen, and you get taken to Moon Omen. That's all grey, and you have to quit.
Alright, so muzzle.
So that's the whole game. There's nothing else you can really do. They go back and press start, because they press start to start. Start just takes you to the game, except you don't start with a cross. So that's the game. We'll talk a bit more about it. We'll find out what those images were. We'll listen to the audio for the game more clearly without my commentary or their commentary. And we'll just see what's been found in this game. So as per usual, we're going to have a look at the thumbnail first. So we got Moon Omen on a background with what seems to be the moon, and maybe some static-y image in the background. But generally it looks like there's a tree there on the bottom left, so it's in the forest, and there's the moon. So generally it's the same setting as the moon, or same setting as the game, sorry. Game's called Moon Omen in full capitals. Face your fate, ... So that's kind of the tagline. Unknown Developer, it's an adventure game, and it's for Windows, obviously. There is this line up the top, which I sometimes have in my videos because, I don't fix that because I'm a silly bugger. But yeah, that's just something I'd like to point out because that happens to me a lot. Very annoying. Anyway, we're going to click on the game. So again, we got Moon Omen. It seems to be just an enlargement of the other image, stretched a bit, and we got another tree on the left there. So, Moon Omen. The moon, always there, floating into the night like a pale air balloon. Our fate, your fate, the moon, the moon. Are you alive? Are you happy? Are you scared? The answer is on the moon. Are you on the moon? Find out the omens the moon sends you every day, every night. All those strange things happen to you, and reach the end. A real, unskippable, no turning back end. This time it's there. She's there, waiting for you. It's a bit ominous. We don't know what that means. But yeah, she's waiting for us apparently. So that's a bit interesting. There's another screenshot here too. Don't waste any time on reading this text. Alright, do as you wish. But now, seriously, it's enough. Stop it and go get this game. You know, the download. They're roughly 7 megs. Oh, and this time there's an actual ending. Nice, isn't it? So yes, there is an actual ending. It ends, takes you back to the screen, you have to quit. So there is an actual ending. This is not an infinite loop. Because you have to quit the game. Unlike the other ones where you, like, well, technically 6 books you couldn't do again. Because you have to close the game and burn them again, but you can burn at any point and stuff like that, and it supposedly saves your progress. Same with Tits and Boobies, it supposedly saves your progress. So if it does do that, and it don't play this game and then why you can listen again after you've listened once, then this is the first end that has an actual ending, which is good. It does. You get jump scared and you have to quit. So you die, essentially. You die from a jump scare. But again, I'd like to point out, which I just noticed, they're roughly 7 megs. They are. That's a bit weird considering there is only 1 download for this game. It is 7 megs, I believe. Having a look now. It is indeed 7 megs, but it's there roughly. There's only 1 download, so it's a bit interesting. And he calls this one a game, I'd like to also point out. Stop it and go get this game. So that's a bit interesting too, because he has generally referred to the other games as things. Anyway, we have the Unknown Developer Store here. There's another letter here this time, I believe. I'll actually have to zoom in because I can't remember what the last one was. So let me quickly zoom in. The letter this time is a lovely T. So yes, another T. So we got T-H-E-S-T. What could it be spelling? We'll find out. So let's have a look at the information now, I guess. So updated for December 22nd, 2017. My belief is that, because all the playthroughs that I've seen, which were released around the time this game was made, before December 22nd, sorry, you had to get 18. Or 19, whatever. And then every time I've played it, and the wiki says 14. So my assumption is the update that occurred actually lowered the number of crosses you needed. So I don't know whether 18 or 14 are significant numbers, but they are there. Also, this game is missing a few things, actually. It's missing your compatibility, is it? Or something like that. You know, high contrast, blind friendly, stuff like that. So it's missing a few things, which is also interesting. Anyway, it's a release game for the Windows platform by Unknown Developer. It's classified as an adventure game. And the tags are 2D, which is true, atmospheric, which is true, dark, very dark, experimental, yep, horror, meaningful choices, mystery, yep, secrets, yeah, spooky, yep, weird, yep. So meaningful choices and secrets are a bit dodgy. Oh, well, not dodgy, but weird. They're a bit strange to have there because there's no real secrets, is there, that we found anyway. There's nothing really hidden like other games. So, yeah. It's a bit weird to have secrets there. And meaningful choices. Your choices seem to have meaning, but realistically they don't. The only one that affects anything is pressing die at the start because you get across instantly. But pressing no on any of the text other than death at the end, because that's the only thing you can press, actually takes you back to the start. So really your choices don't mean anything because the outcome of the game, or any outcome, is not changed whatsoever. So meaningful choices again and secrets are a bit weird. I would like to point out that there's actually 2 posts. Now, from what I've read, posts do get deleted by a known developer if they're silly or not needed. But yeah. Also, this one here, this unknown developer sticky, was made 1 year ago, which is interesting. So this guy's posted a Let's Play that has now been deleted, it seems. Yep, video unavailable. The moon is your enemy. Here is my Let's Play by Awesomenessticity. Awesomenessticity. The video is unavailable. When even the moon has forsaken you, where do you turn? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. So yeah, that one hasn't been deleted. And the other post is I made a trailer for you, which has also been deleted. I think this game definitely has a good horror vibe to it, but my Let's Play skills were lacking, so I made a trailer instead. I did watch that trailer once upon a time. Don't remember it really, but can't watch it now because it's unavailable. It seems that all unknown developer things are unavailable. I don't know whether that's just because it's been years and people are deleting their videos or whether unknown developers copyright striking people. If these get taken down, then you know the unknown developer is going at it and getting rid of all content related to him on YouTube. Because, I mean, I'm not going to delete these. So yes, that's all there is essentially. I'll check the download now. Again, the download's $2. I don't show you a screenshot of that, but just take my word for it. The game, he's requesting $2 for it. I will show you when that changes, but they're all $2. The game is called MoonOmen.exe, MoonOmen all in capitals. It's 7 megabytes, March 5th, 2017. The instructions for the game. Run the file MoonOmen.exe to face your fate, or play the game. It's the same. So your fate and the game are the same. That's a bit dodgy. Or I keep saying dodgy. It's not really dodgy. It's weird. I meant to say weird, not dodgy. I default to dodgy because I'm a dodgy person. Anyway, so again, he's calling it a game rather than a thing. And my interpretation though is this one's more interactive than other ones. So it's more of a game because supposedly there's meaningful choices because you have to interact and say, yeah, I agree with this or I don't. So because of that interactivity, it's more of a game than a thing. But that's just my opinion. There's no real consensus on why he calls this one a game and the other one is things. So anyway, we will now look at what we have discovered about the game. So the game, this here is just reaffirming what I've already said. So after getting past the starting screen by pressing S, we see a picture of the moon and some trees. One gets confronted with the following statements and can press Y to agree or press N to disagree. Bit of an error there. Pressing N gets you back to the first screen. So, yeah, so I've already said that. We've established this. So these are what you can actually say and how it changes the screen. Nobody cares about you. So the picture gets darker when you agree. You're alone most of the time. Picture gets even darker. You're constantly afraid of dying. Picture gets even darker. In the shower, you can hear someone whispering your name. Picture gets even darker. Moon gets a little bit brighter. You swear you saw something moving in the mirror. Moon gets a little bit brighter. In the late afternoon, you do often see shadows walking your house. Again, the moon gets a little bit brighter. At night, there's an ominous presence in your bedroom. Moon changes just a bit. Don't know what that actually means, but let's just take the word for it. The darkness is warmer when you're asleep. Moon changes a bit. I like how darkness is plural there as well, so that's a bit ominous. Didn't say dodgy. Your nightmares are always about your inner fears. Moon changes a bit. Your fears are nothing to be worried about. Moon changes again. So that's really the first positive statement that we've had. So like that was a kind of creepy and weird. I mean, this one is creepy and weird, but this one is more positive. Your fears are nothing to be worried about. So, yeah, so it starts to get a bit more positive. So yeah, there is no and the moon changes again. There is no reason to be afraid of something you can't avoid. Moon changes heavily. You know what comes next. And the moon is gone and replaced with essentially a black screen. Death. So after you do that, these 5 images pop up. So one can also press D on the starting screen to add 1 death. Yep, during the whole process, a female voice is saying something like muzzle. There is also music of unknown origin. So when you collect 14 crosses, it says here, the people in that video collected 18. 5 jump scare pics. So they appear very quickly and rapidly, and they are very creepy to look at right now. They are kind of terrifying me in my dark room by myself. Help me. So these are 5 images. We have found the original images of these, which I'm going to show you now. Only the second one hasn't been found, but I'll show you each of these along with the original image. So what we have here is we have the fire ant picture. So someone's just put fire ants all over their hand, which is probably not good, probably Bear Grylls. This one's a creepy doll. It's creepy without being green. This one's called Zombie Girl or something. Eyes creepy, horror, scary, dark. Okay, that's great. Very creepy. And that one's Zombie Girl. So those are just really creepy pictures in general. I don't like them. The only one I did like is the fire ant one. So those pictures is creepy in general. Making them green's even creepier. Which is grand. I'm just waiting for someone to appear behind me and like kill me. Yeah, spooky zombie girl's gonna come get me. Those are really creepy images. In general, the only one that hasn't been found is this green face. So we don't really know. It could be an inverted image of some description, but that one hasn't been found. So it could be a face of someone. The unknown developer took a photo of a friend's face or something and used that. So that picture's actually not been found. And that's the only one that we haven't found. Now, there is a theory. The word musel, M-U-S-E-L, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, in Czech translates to he had to. So, again, could be that. Now, I'm going to play the audios for you very, very shortly. I want to check and see if we found the voice for this, so give me a second. So the voice in the game, while on the wiki there it said it's a woman's voice, it's actually a guy called Andy, which is why I said it's contested whether it's male or female. Because it does sound like a woman's voice for the most part, but I heard it as a male's voice myself. But you can interpret it as a female voice, I suppose. But it is officially a male voice with Andy saying that. Andy does appear in other games, so we'll see Andy again, hopefully. Or we will, in other games. Only one from what I can see by a quick glance here. But yeah, so Andy is saying muscle or muscle, if you believe that little theory. That theory is not confirmed and nobody really agrees with it, really, which is why it's just labelled as theory on the thing there. Okay, that's all I'm going to look at for Moon Omen, and that's all I'm going to look at for this week. I would also like to point out one more thing. The game was actually called moonomen.exe. That was the original name of the game. So that's not like the name of the exe file. It is still the name of the exe file, but it was originally called moonomen.exe in full capitals, even the exe. That was the original name for the game when it was uploaded, which is now simply known as Moon Omen. I guess that was a mistake that was fixed. I'm not too sure, but I don't know if it's important to note, but it is probably good to note that it was originally called moonomen.exe in full capitals. Now, I'm not going to look at the next game, which is Hypno 467767, or Horror, which we've discovered, because there's a lot to the game. Not that we've discovered, but there is a lot to read and look at in the game itself. So I want to save that for next week, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to play you the audios for the game. So I'm going to play the muzzle sound, and I think the other one's the music. And we don't actually have the origin of the music, so if you want to go find that, go on. But we don't have an origin for the music in this game, and we don't have the origin for that creepy face picture, which was the second one. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it. I don't think we have a source for the background image either. So, yeah. Oh, one more thing. Oh, I just keep adding stuff, don't I? You may have seen that it said Moon Omen in the background on the main screen of the game, so the main menu, essentially, and the end menu, where they're all grey. They all say Moon Omen. There's no little sneaky change from what anyone's discovered. So they, in the background of the main menu and the end game when it says quit, they all say Moon Omen. There's no sneaky change going on there. So I'd like to point that out. But yeah, we don't have a source image for the creepy face, the second image that pops up. We don't have a source for the music that I'm going to play you. And we also don't have a source for the background of the actual game. So those still will be found at some point, maybe. I mean, if we haven't found them now, I doubt we're going to find them anytime soon. Anyway, I'll leave you with the audios for this game. Make sure you keep in mind, hey, this is a new voice that we're listening to. This is Andy, because Andy does come up in at least one other game.
Muzzle. 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 Muzzle, 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 muzzle.